guys need to shut the fuck up. Hi, I'm Scasm, and we need to talk. As many of you know, the Game Awards recently just happened. Jeff Keighley's big show of the year where he introduces a whole bunch of games and we get to celebrate the great games of 2025. Which of course, as everybody knows by now, Game of the Year, Expedition 33, definitely deserved it. Did it deserve all the awards it was nominated for? I'm gonna say probably not, but absolutely a fantastic game. You should play it if you haven't. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what happens every single game of the year, which is that a bunch of people who don't actually play games seems to come out of who knows where the fuck they crawled out of to have an opinion on every single game that's won and every single game that was shown off. These people are what we like to call ball and gun gamers. Now, if you've never heard that term before, it's essentially used to describe people who only play games that have either balls in them or guns in them. Meaning something like, you only play FIFA, or you only play Call of Duty, or you play a mix of the both. And here's the thing, if you just do that, that's totally fine. Play whatever you want, enjoy whatever you want. If you're a guy who just likes to kick back and play Genshin Impact all day, go right ahead, dude. And if all you want to do is play Madden after work, have the time of your life, dude. And if all you want to do is go on Battlefield and shoot somebody in the head, do it. Have a great time doing it. I love doing that. But that's not who I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the people who play ball and gun games and then like to go online and talk as if they know what the fuck they're talking about when they don't know shit, dude. Because they haven't played anything. And you can see it on Twitter constantly. Let me give you an example, all right? There's this tweet that's going around where basically somebody said, I still loathe Jeff Keighley for this stuff last year. And it's a clip of Jeff Keighley talking about how, it's the anniversary of the Game Awards and he's incredibly passionate. He feels very lucky to be able to show games like this. And then people make fun of it because they say like, Jeff always goes on these long-winded speeches and he's like, oh, this is the greatest thing I'm ever going to show you of all time. And then it's like, that felt boxing game, whatever. And people are like, dumb, see, dumb. It's not Half-Life 3, dumb. Here's the thing. It still looks like a great game. Sure, it might not be the game that you imagined it was going to be, but hold on a second. So Okami, the official, last year it was Okami that they revealed, which also, incredible game. You probably haven't played it. Most of the people on Twitter who are talking shit about it definitely haven't played it. So Okami responds to the tweet and they say, is this more to your liking? And it's a picture of Okami with a gun and a basketball. AKA, does this appeal to you now because you're a gun and ball gamer? And the replies are of course obviously 100% siding with the Okami tweet. They can't believe they posted something like that. Everybody's laughing, everybody's having a good time, everybody's clowning on these absolute losers. Now, back in my day, they used to call these people dude bro gamers, or they used to call them casual gamers or softcore gamers. I think there's a big distinction there because you could be a casual gamer. You could be somebody who doesn't play games that much, but it's just like a hobby of yours. You have fun playing games and that's it. That's not who I'm talking about here. I'm only specifically talking about the people who come online and talk shit about every fucking game and they haven't played a single one of them. But for some reason, they feel like they need to get their opinion out there that it matters, that they need to let you know that these games that are being shown are garbage and they're the worst thing ever and that you're a loser for liking them. All this stupid garbage. Meanwhile, the only game they've played this year is Madden and the worst Call of Duty that's ever been released. All right, you know what I'm talking about, dude? These people gotta shut the fuck up. For example, okay? Every year after the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley usually tweets and asks people what they thought about the Game Awards and to rate it A, B, C, or D. And this year, thanks for watching the Game Award. How would you grade this year's show? 38.9% of people voted it a D or below, with over 400,000 votes. Of course, I voted an A because I thought it was an excellent show. Yeah, sure, it didn't get some of the biggest reveals, and the last reveal wasn't what I would have ended on, but let's be honest here. It was a great show. And for all the people voting D or below are people who are delusional, who either expected Half-Life to be there, even though these are also people who have never played Half-Life. Let's be real about that. Let's be totally honest. Ask the person next to you, if there is somebody next to you, have they played Half-Life? Chances are they haven't. It's crazy the amount of people that come out, that crawl out from the deepest depths of hell to let you know that the game you like sucks when they haven't played absolutely anything, dude. Expedition 33 won Game of the Year. People are complaining. Well, why did the game I like win? First of all, you didn't play Expedition 33. You probably didn't play any of the games nominated, if we're being totally honest. Then you got things like Mega Man Dual Override is announced. Looks fantastic. It's Mega Man 12. Who doesn't want more Mega Man? Well, of course, people who are expecting that reveal to be Half-Life or a new GTA 6 trailer. Which, why would it be? If you knew anything about games, which you obviously don't, but for some reason you want to have an opinion on it, you would know that those wouldn't be there. You would know that. But of course you don't, because you don't know what you're talking about. Phantom Blade Zero. Oh, it's just more soul slop. you're an idiot. You probably haven't played any Souls games. And if you have, you've probably only played Elden Ring because it's the most popular one, and you probably didn't get very far in it because it's too hard for you because you can't understand because you only play Call of Duty. You're dumb. Tomb Raider Remake looks fantastic. And then of course, you got weirdos being like, oh, they didn't make her hot enough. You're an idiot. It looks like Uncharted. It looks fantastic. Order of the Sinking Star. Oh, wasting time showing a puzzle game. You haven't played any puzzle game, so you wouldn't know if it's good. You definitely haven't played The Witness, that's for sure. One of the greatest, most magical experiences ever if you actually played it. Coven of the Chicken Foot looks incredible. But then people will say, oh, it's it's eco slop. No, it's not. And you haven't played it. You haven't played The Last Guardian. You haven't played Shadow of the Colossus. You haven't played any of those games because you don't know anything. So what happens is that around the time of the Game Awards, all this discourse starts going on of people just slamming every game. This didn't deserve to win. This looks like garbage. Horrible show. Jeff Keighley sucks. You're just stupid. And for some reason, we give these people attention. We give people who don't know what they're talking about so much attention, and we allow these people to control the narrative of games and what gamers want and what games should be popular and what games shouldn't and what games should be voted for and what games shouldn't. Try playing more than one game. Try. And you will find a game that is actually good. Like, it is crazy. And then you see games that fail, that don't sell enough. I mean, not even fail, but for example, like Alan Wake 2 took so long to hit profit, and that game is an absolute 10. Alan Wake 2 is a 10 through and through from start to beginning, a 10. But enough people didn't play it. Why? Dumb. But will they tell you that it failed because, you know, it's an Epic Games Store exclusive and that it failed because, nobody wants to play a sequel to this? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know. There are too many absolute morons who like to say that they know things about games when they don't know a single thing about games. A single thing. When I was watching the Game Awards, I could, just from flashes of a game, I was like, oh my God, dude, new Star Wars. I knew it instantly. That ship coming out thing, instantly, it's gonna be Star Wars. That subtle music buildup, the subtle things that it's showing you, you should know right off the bat that it's Star Wars. But then when you watch react clips of people, they're like, oh my God, is this intergalactic? No, it's not intergalactic. And if you knew anything, you would know it's not intergalactic, man. Here's another example from this guy. Makes this tweet that gets a banger tweet, okay? Almost 6 million views on this tweet. Expedition 33 comes out, everyone loves it, everyone wants it to win Game of the Year. Expedition 33 wins Game of the Year, everyone is mad, am I missing something? Well, yeah, you're missing the fact that you didn't actually play the game. That's step one. And I know for a fact you didn't play the game. And I know for a fact that a lot of people didn't play the game. But they want to have an opinion on it, and they want to talk about it, they want to be upset about it, or they want to appreciate it. People just want to be part of, like, the zeitgeist of what's going on and feel like they have an opinion and that their opinion should be valued when there's no basis to it at all. If you played Expedition 33, you would know right off the bat that it is an excellent RPG. Does it redefine the RPG genre? No, it does not. And if you think that, it's because you've probably not played very many RPGs, and you would know that RPGs are actually in a great position and that there's great RPGs that release all the time. Did it have excellent pacing? Yes. Did it have great story? Yes. Did it have great characters? Yes. Did it have great music? Yes. Did it have great combat? Yes. But is that the first time that type of combat has been seen in an RPG? No. In fact, we had that type of combat in RPGs 30 years ago, by the way. 30 years ago. But you don't know that because you didn't play it. But I know that because I did play it. Do you see what I'm getting at? Did it deserve Game of the Year? Yeah, it did. Should people who are ball and gun gamers shut the fuck up and just stick to playing ball and gun games? To be honest, no. I think they should shut the fuck up, but I think they should expand their horizons and they should reach out a little bit and they should play other games because there is so much to play. There are so many 10 out of 10s to experience, 9 out of 10s to experience, 8 out of 10s to experience, 7 out of 10s to experience that are all fantastic. But you miss out on that when you're only playing 2K and you're only playing Battlefield or Call of Duty. Try something else and stop being a goddamn idiot. Thanks for watching.